team 10 up and 5 down in the last 15 NBA Finals games. That includes all 3 games this series.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to this 2K17 Resurrection series. Thank you for tuning in. Today we bring back the Big O, Oscar Robertson. Even though he won a championship with the Bucks, we will bring him back to his roots, and that was with the Cincinnati Royals, who are basically known as the Kings today. Yep, that means he will join big man DeMarcus Cousins, but before we do, we're not just going to throw him in there. We're going to be fair to this league. We're giving Oscar an estimate salary of $26 million, so that means getting rid of some key pivotal pieces, starting shooting guard Aaron Afalo, 6-man Darren Collison, and Anthony Tolliver, who all add up to $26 million. After those roster changes, we bring in 2 decent young players that we signed for the minimum. Now we got our team. In forming this team, we hope by the end of the season we can accomplish to have 2 All-Stars represent us, have 2 members appear in the All-NBA first team, and appear in the playoffs again after failing to do so the last 10 years. As the season gets started, the Kings are pleased to welcome back the only player in league history to average a triple-double in a season. The Kings start off with a statement, winning 3 of their first 4 games. Things have come a long way since the last time Oscar Robertson played for this franchise. He was often discriminated against because of the color of his skin. Professional African American players had a tough time playing in the 60s. Today, I'm not saying that racism is gone, but it's a lot better than it was back then. The Kings were doing poor in mid-range shooting, so they decided to trade Garrett Temple and a 2017 second-round pick for Taj Gibson over in Chicago. The trade proved to be successful as they went on and won 11 of their next 16 games. Oscar Robertson was never able to deliver a championship for this team, but now he's got a second opportunity, and who better to have alongside than the big man DeMarcus Cousins. The Kings have improved in moving the ball around. Oscar Robertson broke a season-high 22 assists in one-sided matchup victory. Oscar Robertson has a history of playing good with big men, and he has won a championship playing alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now he hopes he can mentor and lead Cousins and the Kings to the promised land. There's no more signs that DeMarcus Cousins wants to leave this organization. Instead, he's very pleased to be playing with one of the greatest playmakers of all time. The Kings had the honor to have 2 stars from the team represent them in the All-Star game. DeMarcus Cousins is making his 3rd appearance, while Oscar Robertson is going for the 13th time. The Big O was kind of quiet in scoring, but he led the West with 8 assists and they won 128-99. In recent interviews, Oscar Robertson has been on the record saying dumb coaching and poor defenses are why Steph Curry shoots so well. Just last year, no one had an answer on how to stop Steph Curry. Now he gets his chance to play against Curry and the Warriors, and well, Steph was still Steph, and Robertson had some good looks too. After nearly a decade of absence in the Western Conference Finals, the Kings finally clinched the spot and are the 5th seed. Kings had a season record of 50-32 and looked like a solid team in the West. The Kings led the league 2nd in rebounds, 3rd in assists, and 6th in field goal shooting efficiency. While Oscar Robertson managed to lead the league 4th in assists and scoring 11 triple-doubles this season, Westbrook finished with 29 triple-doubles and LeBron with 18. DeMarcus Cousins received the honor of being in the All-NBA first team, and now the Sacramento Kings are ready for the playoffs. As the Kings get ready to start the playoffs, Oscar Robertson will need to guide these guys as they prepare for their first series against the Spurs. No one in the Kings roster has ever won a championship. In fact, most of these guys have never played in the playoffs before. This would be the first NBA playoff appearance for DeMarcus Cousins, who is currently in his 7th year. Oscar Robertson has reached the finals twice, lost in 74 against the Celtics and won in 71, earning his first and only championship. How far can Oscar Robertson take these young guys in the hunt for a second ring? Game 1. They play the 5th seed Spurs on the road. It was a hard-fought battle between these two teams, definitely set the tone for the series, but the Kings came up winning, 89-84. Both Robertson and Cousins scored a double-double to help their team win in San Antonio. Game 2, the Spurs, in need of a win, they come in strong. They showed they were the better team that night, winning 122-86. LaMarcus Aldridge had 25 points and 6 rebounds. Game 3, Kings defend their home court and win 88-83. Oscar Robertson had another double-double, scoring 30 points and 10 rebounds. Game 4, Kings win 125-121. The Kings were able to secure both wins at home, and they now have an advantage against the Spurs. Oscar Robertson had a monster 17 assist and 29-point game. 3 back-to-back double-doubles for the Big O. Game 5, the Kings capitalized on those big plays during crunch time. Very close game, but Kings closed the series, winning 106-102. DeMarcus Cousins had 34 points in this one. The Kings proved themselves against a tough, heavily favored Spurs team and won their first series together. Now they face the 8th seed Clippers, who took out the 1st seed Thunder in 6 games. Game 1 in Sacramento. The Clippers come in and steal a close one, winning 112-108. Blake Griffin had a monstrous game, scoring 29 points and 12 rebounds. Game 2 was a tough one for the Kings as they lose another game that came down to the wire, losing at home 108-103. CP3 had 25 points and 13 assists. Game 3, a very important game for Sacramento, cannot afford to lose this one and let the series get away, but unfortunately, this game came down to the wire again and the Kings lost 102-101. DeMarcus Cousins missed the last shot to try and win the game. Huge loss for the Kings. Game 4. Kings came in strong and in control the whole game. At one point, they led by 42 points. Kings won 123-92. Oscar Robertson nearly had a triple-double, scoring 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. In Game 5, it was all over. The game went to overtime, but Clippers won 100-91. Clippers won all 4 games by close scores. They were the team who knew how to close and win in crunch time. The Sacramento Kings season ends here. Oscar Robertson took this team far. It definitely made a big difference having him return to this league. He took a team that missed the playoffs in the last decade back into the playoffs this year. This team even came in as the underdogs against the San Antonio team that's very experienced and won that series 4-1. Arguably, the Big O is highly referred to as the best point guard to have ever played the game. He proved it by coming into this league and taught a losing team how to win. Had he had more help, there's no question we might have been talking about a championship run right now. But until then, it was great to see him return. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. A way you guys can let me know you want some more videos like these is by dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Comment on a legend you would all like to see return and I will make a video over it. Once again, thank you all. And if you haven't checked out my Patrick Ewing episode already, please be sure to check that out. 2 of the greatest Knicks players, Patrick Ewing and Carmelo Anthony, team up and you can watch as they try to win a championship together. Thank you all for the support. See you all next time.